John was a successful businessman who had everything he could ever want in life. He had a beautiful family, a luxurious home, and a thriving business. But one day, fate decided to play a cruel game with him. While flying back home from a business trip, John's plane crashed into the ocean, leaving him stranded on a deserted island in the middle of nowhere. As John tried to gather his thoughts and figure out what to do next, he noticed a homeless man named Mike, who had also been on the plane, struggling to stay alive. Job had never been in such a situation before, and he wasn't sure how to survive on a deserted island, but he knew that he had to help Mike if they both were going to make it. John approached Mike and tried to start a conversation. To his surprise, Mike was friendly and welcomed John's company. They quickly realized that they had very different backgrounds and worldviews. John was used to living a luxurious life, whereas Mike had never known anything other than poverty. Despite their differences, they decided to work together to find shelter and food. John used his business skills to make a shelter using materials from the plane, while Mike used his survival skills to find food and water. As they worked together, John began to see the world in a different light. He realized that he had taken everything for granted, and that he had never truly appreciated the simple things in life. Mike, on the other hand, showed John how to be resourceful and find happiness in the midst of adversity. Days turned into weeks, and John and Mike became good friends. They shared their life stories and learned a lot from each other. John began to understand the struggles that Mike and people like him faced every day, and he promised himself that he would use his resources to help people in need when he returned home. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity, they were rescued by a passing boat. John was grateful to be back home, but he knew that he would never forget the lessons he had learned on the deserted island. He kept his promise to Mike and helped out several homeless people in his community. And although they came from vastly different backgrounds, John and Mike remained lifelong friends, always grateful for the unexpected bond that brought them together on that deserted island.